So the last part is coming up with a reward. And this actually might be the most important part because it's great that you have a trigger for practice. It's great that you have an idea of what you're going to practice. That's all great. But if you aren't getting something out of it, it doesn't feel good, or you're not getting a reward for it, it's not going to become a habit and you're just not going to do it regularly. So for me, my reward, right, your reward is generally something you get or something bad you avoid. So in this case, I got to avoid having to write as much documentation, like typing all that stuff, which is something I hated. So that was a reward. Not having to do that other work that was really annoying to me, that felt really good. So just by that, I was getting rewarded by doing this practice. The other thing is it just felt good to create animations and games by myself, right? I thought it was pretty cool. I was excited about it. I like to share it with people. So that was an extra reward. So in an ideal world, when you practice, it just feels fun and good to practice that by itself. Those are the things that you're going to end up getting really good at. People who draw really well are the people who it just feels good for them to draw. People who are really good at certain sports are probably the people who just like to practice that thing and it's fun for them to practice. So if that's the case, then great. You probably don't even really need to think this through and make a plan. But for these things that we don't want to do, we do have to think of a reward. So one example for maybe doing homework or something like that, or reading, is you just don't watch TV until after you've done 15 minutes of reading each night, or something like that, right? So it's something that you set yourself a barrier, something you like to do, right? Don't let yourself do it until you do this simple practice habit. Okay. Now that takes a lot of discipline, but if you don't do that part, or you don't have someone help you out with that, then I promise you it's not going to become a habit, and you're just going to stop doing it after a while. But if you have a reward, if there's something you're getting each time that you do this little practice habit with the trigger and the behavior, then it's much, much more likely that's going to become something that's habitual, in which case it's much, much more likely, again, that you're going to do it a lot and actually get better and good at it. So go ahead and come up with your reward now.